What's going on YouTube? It's Kuma1921 here with the Saber deck profile. Also want to throw out that I'm starting my first contest. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, so everybody that's watched these videos that hasn't subscribed, please subscribe. All my videos are pretty good. Ask anybody. Got duels, got deck profiles, stuff like that. So go ahead and check out my stuff. Got a couple pros on my channel. Need to get more on mine. But yeah, I will be doing my first contest, and I will give a link. I will put a link to it in the sidebar. And just another heads up, I'm probably gonna post like 3 videos tonight. So only one of my videos are in your subscription box. When you see all the people that you subscribe to, make sure you go actually click on subscriptions and look at my other videos. Cause I'm actually having 2 more videos, at least 2 videos. It might be 3, but at least 2 videos today that I'm gonna put up that you guys should also go check out. Because I've noticed that a lot of my Game 3 matches have a lot more views than the other ones, because the Game 3, the last game that you put in, is the first one to show up in your subscription box. So that's why everybody looks at that one more than the other one. So usually when you see Game 3 in your box, it most likely means there's obviously a Game 2 and 1. So, but anyway, on to the deck profile. Start off with 3 Vultro, obviously the king and the heart of the deck. When it comes to, pounding your opponent's face in, he's like Dark Arm to me. Every time I drop it, I feel like I'm dropping Dark Arm. Can't run 1, can't run 2, gotta run 3 while you can until the Vandalist hits it, if it does hit it. 3 Dark Soul, the searcher of the deck that made the deck actually really good, because Rescue Cat can get it out, and it's a really versatile card. You can run it actually in other decks. I've seen other decks run a splash one just so they can go Cat and do a Tech Hunlay just so they can search another Airabellum at the end phase. But the card is really good. Gotta run 3 of these, I think, even with Thunder King running around everywhere. It's a really good card. Dark Soul is the other piece of this deck that makes the deck go off like crazy. 2 Bogart Knight. I think 3 will be mandatory if Cat and Cat gets banned. Like, have to go more of like a power approach to the deck, but 2 is good for now. I think 3 will clog up your hands. 2 X-Saber Airabellum only. I have a 3rd dual terminal one just waiting, just in case I want to throw in, take out the Cat and the Monk for a 3rd Airabellum and a 3rd Bogart Knight. But every time I run 3, I always open with 2, or like I just draw really bad at Airabellum. Like, Airabellum does not like me. I don't know why. So I just stick with 2. Sometimes I even end up drawing both of them, but I don't have that much bad luck. 2 Full Helm Knight. Thinking about taking out one of these for a second one of this guy. My next card for sure, because of Materia Beast, and she's really good right now. Don't get me wrong, but 1 is good enough to where I can search her with Dark Soul or Emmer's Blade, or get it back with Falcho. So 2 is good enough. 1 is fine actually, but 2 is good enough also. Like I said, obviously the 1 for sure. Thinking about throwing in the second one. Really good defense. In 8 turns you can die. Could still face up defense, but you should be able to find a use for it by then. Good to go into level 8s with Hunlay or Falcho. It's a pretty good card. Then we got 1 Ember's Blade. I was gonna say Tomato, but it's actually a little bit better than Tomato. It's a Pyramid Turtle for the deck. You can get an X-Hair monster in attack or defense like this guy, or another one of him in defense mode. Really good, or not even really good. Good Yu-Gi-Oh players usually don't, if they know I'm playing Sabers or whatever the case is, even if it's at the beginning of the match, they most likely won't swing at a face-down monster unless they feel real comfortable and they have like a Thunder King. But most players won't swing at face-down monsters anyway. So usually, probably most of the time, I usually just run this into somebody's monster and then get out something bigger. Or, I mean, there'll be times where they have a big monster in the field anyway and they just want to swing into it, really don't care what it is in the situation. So, like I said, good players, most of the time, they don't attack face-down monsters really like that anyway. So, playing 2 or more, I think, is pointless at this moment. Gotta play 2 Thunder Kings, I think. 1 is cool. 1 and 1 Crow is okay, but I think the 2 Thunder Kings are more mandatory. Puts a lot more pressure on your opponent. You can't search for Whirlwind, Sangan, Dark Soul, stops the Cyber Dragon, stops the Judgment Dragon, stops the Dark Arm. Anything that doesn't start a chain, like Call of Hana starts a chain and all that. Stops, like I said, a Synchro Summon. Dark Soul searches is all messed up. Very, very pressuring card right now, and light decks that back this up with Honest is even more broken, so in that situation. But Thunder King is really good in this format, in his situation, definitely. And 1 card that he stops is this little guy, Sangan. But Sangan is there to search out, obviously, the Rescue Cat or the Summoner Monk. And the Monk is usually there to get the Cat, or it can get a Thunder King Ryo, or can get a Bogart Knight, whatever the situation calls for. I usually mainly only get the cat, but like I said, actually I've always got the cat, or I just never use it at all that game. But yeah, I like Monk, sets up really good Arcanine plays. When I first played it, I didn't really like it, but I like it now. And last but not least, I still play Gores. Early to mid game, if you get it out and you control with it right and you have the right cards to help back it up, if you even need any extra cards to back it up, it can push you a lot of advantage in the game and sometimes win the game by itself. And he's also my favorite monster of all time. So I kind of almost put him in every deck in a situation, in a way. But that's a total of 20 monsters for my Saber monster lineup. For spells, I run 3 Book of Moon. Very versatile spell this format. It's always been versatile actually every format. But I run 3. It flips down, face down, monster stops. When they go Bogart and a tuner or whatever, you flip one of the cards face down so they can't go. They can't Faltro. Sorry, I couldn't get a brain fart. Yeah, so they can't Faltro or anything. It's just a really good card. I think playing 2 is okay, but I don't know. I just like 3 right now. I've always liked 3, so I'm stick with 3. It's my preference. So. For the back row destruction, I play Giant Trunade. It gets around the Starlight Road or the Stardust Dragon that's on the field. Really good card. Bounce all their cards back to their hand so you can activate Dust Shooting next turn, or so you can set up for taking more cards out of their hand, put their spell traps back in their hand, and take them away with Airbellum or Golems. Heavy Storm, obviously mandatory. There's no deck that I probably would not play it in except for like Burn or something else. Yeah. Anyway, 1 MST. Obviously, you have to play this card everywhere. Like really, Heavy Storm. It's Heavy Storm. 1 MST, Chain Against Oppressions, in-phase it. Always a really good card to have in a deck like this, aggressive deck that needs back rows gone. And the card that does the best out of all 4 of these cards actually is Cold Wave. Because Starlight Road can't mess with it. Solemn Judgment's the only card that can stop it in terms of, back row, Dark Bribe or whatever. But Cold Wave Hanley it really hurts. Like I felt that a couple times, like when I wasn't playing Sabers. Cold Wave Hanley is pretty tough. Like the best combo I've seen in a long time. Like just like the best, most devastating combo I've seen in a long time. Infernity's like combo got nothing on just this 2-card combo, like blowing up 3 back rows and you can't chain any of them. Like it's really good. How many minutes do I have left? 7. And my other spells for take your cards to play Brain Control, Mind Control. That's obviously the main game winner of the deck, but they're also, I have so many tuners in the deck, might as well use them. Take your monsters and synchro something with them. And I play Pot of Avarice for my 10th spell over Ghost Sarcophagus for the simple fact that I don't really want to get my card in 2 turns and then they activate Mind Crush and take my rescue cat or whatever. It really sucks. Or if I go Dark Soul Search like a second Faltro to go for really big push next turn and then they draw Mind Crush. Like Mind Crush is everywhere right now, so I'd rather just play Pot of Avarice, reuse my Faltros and my Synchros and stuff like that. And that's a better choice, I think, over Yugioh anyway. So if I can go Cat or Monk and dump a lot of monsters ASAP, it could be a really good card. And a lot of people don't expect it either, so they're like, why are you playing Avarice? But I like Avarice though, so I like it more over Sark anyway. And for the traps, you got 1 God's Emergency Call. I play, excuse me for the shadow, I'll see how much time is left. I play 1 E-Call for the simple fact that I play 2 Royal Oppression and 2 Trap Stun. The Trap Stuns are there to freeze your oppression and then freeze your oppression and then get a lot of big synchros out, then it gets unfrozen and then use it against your opponent. Same thing with theirs. You trap stun their oppression and then you kill all the other back rows and then you end your turn and leave their oppression up and now you have a field of big synchros versus their hand and their own oppression. It really sucks. 2 Bottom Trap Hole, mandatory I think in any deck. See a lot of people play 2 compulsories over this. Y'all tripping. I don't know. I just 2 bottomless has been mandatory for like the past 2 or 3 formats. I play 1 Solemn Judgment for protection, 1 Torrential to blow up back row or blow up, developing fields, and I also obviously play Trap Dust Shoot. You get to see it upon his hand. It's just too good not to be able to see that. If you guys want to see the extra deck, just let me know. If I get at least 10 people that want to see the extra deck, I'll post it, and I'll post it in my description box, But yeah, like I said, be looking out for my contest that I will be posting up here in a little bit, so be looking out for that. Be down there. See you guys later. Take care. Kuma 1921's out. Bye.